Hello, class, and welcome to week 10 of composition. We are moving right along with our research paper, and I hope that is going well. In week 10, we are submitting a draft of our papers, so make sure we have that in. It's due on Sunday. My in-person classes are turning in on Thursday, so it should say 11/9 for Sunday. And we are going to be doing a peer review with this. So you'll be reviewing two of your classmates' papers. I've never done this before with this newer version of Blackboard because they just changed Blackboard last year and I didn't have any online classes. So we'll see how it goes. It should be all right. I don't exactly know what it will look like, but I will try to figure that out so I can give you some guidance. But the peer review is just to see each other's papers, provide some feedback about what's going well. I'll put together a little list of some things, but it should work that you won't get anybody. Let me rephrase that. It's supposed to work with the idea that it will only assign you somebody else's paper that has been submitted. Sometimes if we were to do this like a discussion board or something, it might pair you up with somebody who, you know, hasn't submitted something. So that's always frustrating. But the idea is that you will have someone look at your paper and then you will look at each other's papers. We're looking for things like, is it interesting? Do you have proper citations and things like that? So make sure you get this draft in. It should be a mostly complete draft. We've had a lot of time to work on this. So we're looking at the roughly 1,500 words, no more than 2,000 words, 6 to 10 sources with internal citations, and an interesting story. I've not received any messages requesting help for finding sources or anything like that, so I'm assuming you're doing okay. If you want to send me a message with um, part of your paper and saying, am I doing my citations right? Am I quoting right? Please do that because that's the easiest way. I can respond to that message really quickly. I'm always happy to help you out. That's why I'm here. But these online classes make it really feel like we are separated, which is why I do a lot of these videos, if you're still watching them, right? The other thing is I have another sample research paper. This one is a little more recent than, that's my YouTube channel. And let me get this little bar at the top that comes down when I try to go to my tabs. So anyway, this one I really liked. It's about Radium Girls, about uh, young ladies who hand painted watch faces with um, glow in the dark paint that was actually radioactive. And so it talks about discovery of radium. And what I want you to pay attention in here is not only the narration of the story and how it keeps your interest, but the way the citations are. If you see, there's a lot of citations throughout this paper, and it's done mostly pretty well. Um, this is a student trying to cite multiple sources, and that works. Um, we should probably do semicolons instead of commas since they're different sources. But you can see that the student does a pretty good job providing information in a way that's interesting and cited correctly here. We can see this person uses more throughout this entire paragraph, the author more. So we want a little bit of variety. But otherwise, the student does a really nice job, has a good amount of sources for this paper. And that's kind of what I want you to try to achieve. Again, we're not making an argument. We're just saying, hey, I think this is interesting. Maybe you will too. So that's our main goal for this week. Next week, if you want to get ahead on things because you're doing well with your paper, we are reading an essay called The Other Side is Not Dumb. There are SARC notes due. And then the final paper is going to be due on the 22nd. So your peer review, you have a week for the peer review all the way through week 11 for the peer review. And then the research paper is going to be due in week 12. And we will start working on our last paper, which is an analysis of AI. And that's going to be a fun paper. At least it's been fun in the past because you get to choose your own topic and all that sort of stuff. So we'll be doing that. Things are winding down. I hope that it's going all right for you. It's going to start to move very quickly towards the end of the semester. So please keep up on your work. I'm going to try to do my best to catch up with your grading. I am almost through the critiques. So you should have that feedback back soon. Otherwise, please send me a message if you have any questions or concerns. Take care.